Yeah, welcome to this video. A 15-minute game this time, and I'm playing black here against 1e4. What kind of opening? Yeah, let's play something else. Don't think I ever played the Alekhine or Alekhine defense or something like this. And on video, maybe once or twice. Okay, but we transposed now into a Vienna. And now into a 4 knights, so this is more like what I know. Yeah, bishop c4. Yeah, knight takes e4 is a good answer. Not the only one, but supposed to be the best. Yeah, bishop takes f7 is a mistake, really, as now black gets a big center and the two bishops. The king position is not a big deal. I can easily go to g8 and play something like h6, king h7 later. I lose some time because of this king issue, but the center and the bishop pair is more important. Also, instead of what I just mentioned, this h6 thing, this is weird. Okay. I need to think about this now, as it looks like white is sacrificing material here. If I move the king and this knight on e4 is attacked, then g5 is hanging. So let's say I would play king to g8, for example. Then the only way for him to justify this is to play something like queen f3, threatening mate, and need to be cautious here. This is certainly not working, but in order to refute it, I must be precise, I would say. One point could also be, what if I play a king to g6 even? Queen f3. Yeah, if I take e4, queen f7, king g5, and then a move of the d pawn, I'm probably lost after this. So maybe king g6 is a bit too much. But I can invest a bit of time. I mean, I just need to play correctly here and win. Yeah, this I'm pretty certain of. Yeah, probably just king g8. Yeah, king g8 is normal. Queen f3, and what then? Well, on f7 there is a mate threat, and if I would cover. Or if I covered with queen e7, then he probably has some tactical moves. Maybe even knight c3, as queen g5. There's queen takes d5, leading to checkmate. So king g8, queen f3. How do I have some good way to cover f7 without compromising anything? I also have knight d4 at some point. Need to take this into account. So let's say king g8, queen f3, queen e7, knight c3, knight d4. Also queen d5, yeah. So queen d5. Okay, then queen d7, king g8, queen f3, queen d7, knight c3, knight d4. Threatens on c2. But yeah, g5 is not hanging anymore. Okay, what if I went to g8? Just for argument's sake. He could play queen h5 also. g6, queen f3, which would weaken a bit the f6 square. Okay, I need to move at some point. So queen f3, queen d7 was my idea. Knight c3, knight to d4. It doesn't seem to win outright, but it looks good. I mean, I hope this is at least one way to get some advantage. Yeah, well, this king g6 was really really a bit too much, maybe. So this king e7 looks completely bonkers, and king e8. Yeah, maybe king e8. This was maybe an alternative. Okay, this was clear. Now he's threatening on f7. Queen e7. There's knight c3. But knight c3, I can play e4 also, right? I cannot take g5 because of queen d5. Yeah, the funny checkmate. But e4, of course, I could go e4. Yeah. Okay, what if he goes to some other square? He can go to g3, but still e4. Okay, so queen e7, knight c3, e4, queen somewhere. Yeah, somewhere where it also protects g5. So to g3. Yeah, he needs to go to g3, and then d5 is hanging. Yeah, it should be fine for black with more than one move. Even h6 is good. I'm not sure what's better, queen d7 or queen e7. Queen e7 looks somehow shaky, like queen takes d5. If white at some point comes to d5, it's really a mate. But I don't see how he should go about this. Okay, maybe on queen e7 he can play knight d6. This looks like a weird move. But knight d6, I can play e4 probably. Queen f7 looks totally ridiculous. Queen e7. Okay, let's go queen e7. I'm not sure. So knight d6, e4, queen f7 check, queen takes, knight takes. We have a situation where I can probably play h6, and his knight is not getting out. Knight d6 is a really cool move. Okay, I could take with the pawn, queen d5, bishop e6. It's not necessarily bad, but I suspect he will play knight c3 anyway. A move like knight c5, I mean, I could play e4, just the same as on knight c3. Okay, this I didn't consider at all. Okay. Yeah, well, d5 is hanging, so the natural move would be bishop to e6. Yeah? Bishop e6. Queen b7. Is there some way to protect this? Bishop e6, yeah, I can just take b7. And I don't see a move. Okay. Not the move you like to play, but how exactly does he continue? Yeah, now I've got knight d4, right? What are you doing now? I'm threatening on c2 at the end. I mean, I add this threat anyway. I think I really was fine. It wasn't a problem, but it's just looking weird. White having this threats with queen b3, but I mean, I've got the center, and those knights don't have any squares really, and they don't have any strong points that they can use. And now I really don't see what white should play now. I mean, I'm just playing queen, taking on c2. Queen d5, knight d5, knight c2, and takes on a1. This is just the rook. He maybe can, yeah, probably can trap the knight in the corner so that it would be an exchange at the end. Yeah, okay, not no choice. And now let's grab this. And the question is, can you really trap this piece? All right. Should I play bishop g4 check and rook c8, gaining a tempo and controlling c2 in the process? Probably this is a good idea, yeah. Bishop g4, rook c8. All right. Don't see a drawback. Now attacking the c7 knight, and if it returns to or goes to something like b5 or d5, I'll just play bishop f5, and then I have knight c2 to make it an extra rook and not an extra exchange, which is a big difference, of course. Yeah, I really don't see a move. I think he needs to move the knight now. Or he could take g4. Let's say let's look at this quickly. Takes g4, that takes c7, and then I play knight c2 next move. Okay, if he attacks my rook with knight e6, I need to move the rook first, but he cannot really I think prevent knight c2 to d4 back, or c2 to b4. Yeah, now he's investing time with the rook down. It's a bit late. Okay, so just to f5, I guess. Yeah, I need to go here so that I have the c2 square available in case he plays knight c3 to block the rook's influence on c2. So okay, so knight d6. Okay, so probably let's just grab this and play knight c2. Keep it simple. If he plays knight a7, capturing, I can go to a8 and attack this knight, so that both knights are hanging. And on any neutral move, I'll play knight b4 or d4. Okay, so yeah, it's not much of a difference where I go. Yeah, maybe exchange more. The knight is of course stronger than the bishop, but exchanging some pieces with an extra rook is usually good. I need to get this h8 rook into play though. Otherwise, extra rook doesn't mean much if you have it in the corner all the time. Yeah, well, if I capture now, then I activate his rook, yeah, by a lot. Oh, maybe just cover this, and he cannot develop his bishop, which is a good thing. So yeah, maybe just bishop here. If he plays knight d5, I have knight f4 check, simplifying further. Yeah, knight f4 check. He needs to drop back then. King d3, king f3 would, yeah, with rook d3 check. Yeah, basically everything wins. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, what is this now? It's really a big material advantage. Rook and an exchange or something like this. Hard to count even. Okay, so let's keep it simple and just get d5. Getting rid of knights is often a good idea in blitz games, so that you don't get into some crazy fork. And this is really easy now. Bishop d4. Getting the bishop to a dominating position so that he almost needs to exchange it. Yeah, h5, g4, utilizing this extra pawn on the king side.
Check. Check.
Yeah, let's activate the rook. he probably will play to mate. I mean, if you don't resign up to now, you doesn't make sense to look for continuation that make him resign. He probably won't anyway.
White resigns.
Okay. So the f-pawn just promotes now. Let's check quickly the first moves. I'd like to know
Check.
how to refute this properly. Yeah, no surprise that the computer gives me +3 here. It wants to play king e8. King e8. And queen f3 was the thing that slightly worried me. But this is really easy, right? This is easy. Knight moves, I can just grab it on g5. So I was also slightly worried about this. But now I have this move, yeah, and this is really easy. White doesn't even have a meaningful check here. Okay, so king e8 is probably easier, but I hope king g8 wins as well. Yeah, it does, according to computer. Queen f3 and now queen e7. Yeah, and it's winning. At least I found one winning continuation. And now the computer wants to improve with knight g3. Still giving me a winning advantage, but the problem is simply that white doesn't have any squares for his pieces. So just for example, h6, knight back, and oops, e4. And this is really terrible. This is not on because of queen e6 winning a piece. And now the knight here has no square, really. Needs to drop back, and then I've got even this here. Yeah, it leads to central dominance. Because white, with this open, you simply ignore the center. Black gets a big center in return for just a couple of king moves and 2 bishops, which on the long run is really really bad. The relatively best move, I think, is probably knight g3, but it's rather terrible. Yeah, thanks for watching.